Indirovich. Sorry. It's not Kolyan. It was Kolyan Indirovich. So he introduces himself as Ismark Indirovich, son of the burgomaster.
So
my father is dead these past 10 days, but I can find no one to help me bury him. Am I mixing my accents? He's supposed to be more Russian.
Well, I sort of surreptitiously pull out the letter and say, did he write this? Why did he send someone away?
So he takes the note from you and reads it, and he says, so do you want me to reread that note, by the way? Because I don't know if you remember what it said.
It was something about get away, go through the mists.
Lance says no. Fuck you, Lance. It says, I, the burgomaster of Barovia, send you honor with despair. My adopted daughter, the fair Irina, has been these past nights bitten by a creature calling its race vampire. For over 400 years, he has drained this land of the lifeblood of its people. Now my dear Irina languishes and dies from an unholy wound caused by this vile beast. Yet I fear, too, that the creature has some more cunning plan in mind. He's become too powerful to be fought any longer. So I say to you, give us up for dead, and circle his land with symbols of good. Let holy men call upon their power, that the evil one may be contained within the walls of weeping Barovia. Leave our sorrows to our graves, and save the world from this evil fate of ours.
Does this letter talk about
basically it's a warning to say stay the fuck away from Barovia, basically.
Yeah.
But when you give him the letter, he goes, he must have written this in his desperate hours. Originally, he sent many of these hoping to bring someone back to help Irina, yeah. His original letters were much more hopeful. But in the end, he lost his life. He had no more heart left to him.
What happened?
Nightly, in the last several weeks, there has been an attack upon my father's mansion. Evil creatures in the night attempting to gain access to it. He used an ancient holy symbol to protect the mansion, but we found him dead and the symbol missing. And my sister, well, she is boarded up and afraid and locked inside the mansion.
Well, I am.
She.
My father's body remains in the mansion, and I can muster no help from the villagers to help bury the corpse.
Well, I am a cleric of Mistra. Perhaps we can see to this body.
He perks up at that. You will help me then?
I have certain spells that can prevent unpleasantness from happening.
So he kind of downs his wine quickly and stands up. He goes, then we must go quickly. He has been dead 10 nights now. The mansion smells foul, and I fear his corpse rots away in there.
I will need time to prepare my spells.
I'll turn and I say we go in the day.
So he kind of looks confused, and he says, well, you will remain here? I can offer you rooms in my father's mansion.
Yeah, that'll be nice and safe.
You want us to go to a mansion that it's attacked nightly by creatures with a rotting corpse in it?
No, it seems that since my father has died, the creatures have not returned.
Where have you been sleeping the past 10 days?
He says,
What are the 3 rooms?
Yeah, no. He goes, I spend my time in the church with Donovich, the priest.
Barovia, I believe, is the name of the entire place.
Yeah.
Not just the town, the entire countryside.
Yes, it's the Valley of Barovia. The village is called Barovia. Yes, that's correct.
And the women are called Barovinas.
Sure.
Not ballerinas?
He says, I've been spending my time in the church with Donovich, the priest. And sometimes I spend my evenings here drowning my sorrows.
Why hasn't he helped you?
He wishes to, but Donovich is old and some say unhinged. He's a very old priest and he speaks
what
much
god
nonsense.
Does he worship? Who does he worship?
I am not a faithful man. Not lots of people hold any faith here in Barovia.
Well, without faith, there is not much to live for.
So he just kind of shrugs. This would be a discussion you can have with Donovich.
Which you want us to go see right away.
Sometimes when he is focused, he can have many lengthy discussions, I suppose, about gods of light here and there. He is not of this place either. Like you, he carries a strange accent.
Here we go. Another inn. So
Can we stay here for the night though, or at least like rest?
Oh my god, you guys are all yelling across the room.
No, I'm just drinking the wine. I'm drinking whatever ale I got here. I'm waiting for the guy to come out with the 2 rooms there.
So Ismark says, I will be returning to the church this evening.
It's not
but,
evening already?
No, sorry, returning to the church tonight to sleep. But I will return here in the morning if you wish. Perhaps you can help me then.
Oh. When are you leaving?
To go to the church? He goes now.
Oh, I think I'll go with you and speak with this Donovan.
Donovich, he says.
Donovich. Donovici?
But then he looks confused. He
The
goes, "Wait."
DM is giving us a chance to take a long rest.
So then he says, when you say Donovan, though, he looks at you strangely. He goes, "Wait, do you know this man? That is the name he originally uses."
No. I've never been here before.
The villagers of Barovia, we all call him Donovich, but apparently his name was originally Donovan.
Ah.
Ooh.
Interesting.
My name is Lantovich.
Yeah, you're a bitch, all right.
Okay, so I'm going to pause with you there, Ken. Sorry. I'm jump back. Dino, you can do anything? Okay, so both you, now Pax has moved over there. So these guys are now eyeing Sidman because he's probably the closest looking guy to what they look like. And they're gesturing to him in the cards like, eh?
He's
I
all over the floor.
One of them picks up a gold coin off the table and starts to roll it across his fingers, making it dance through the fingers. And he goes, "Hey, you look like a tough guy. You want to come play with us?"
Me? No, I only got 4 hit points left. You must be.
No, he's talking to Sidman.
Oh.
Like, as if to say play cards, not play. Hang on a second.
So we're waiting for Sidman to answer.
Sorry, I was just saying goodnight to Karen. No, he doesn't have to respond. He can just,
Oh, he's typing.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, it says Kevin is typing.
There's also a bunch of questions he has that none of you guys have asked anybody or
Yeah, is there a tanner in town?
He needed a snack.
Even if we find out the current date, it would not be the dates that we're used to.
Sidman needs sleep.
Okay, so just back to this table here. Are you guys doing anything with?
Yeah, I'm
she's
gonna
just staring off. So when you sit down,
yeah,
she looks at you, looks at your ears, looks at.
I'll introduce myself and.
Yeah, why? I don't understand why Rantak's sitting over here, but anyway.
Ask her name.
So, is a demon.
Kevin, if you need to bail, that's fine. We're probably not going to go for too much longer, so it's up to you. Because I mean, you can't talk anyway, and most of the stuff's going to be some back and forth. So it's up to you if you want to ditch. We can. I'm assuming you're not going to play cards with these guys. They can't entice anybody to play cards.
There's no place to sit to play cards.
There's a chair right here.
Well, you said there was no chair.
You said there was
I
one
said
over there.
There was no chair where you were.
There's a chair next to him.
Oh.
There's a chair over here, but he didn't want you to sit if you weren't going to play cards, basically.
Oh, okay.
I guess I'll go lose some money. I'll go sit and play.
But hang on a second now. Before you go anywhere, because I'm still. I know I'm pausing and jumping all over. So when Pax approaches, she looks at Pax. You're half elven, right?
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And then she looks back at Rantax and says, "So you hear her go, half elf and tiefling, eh? You're
Yeah.
obviously not from Barovia.
No.
What did you do wrong to land yourself in hell?"
We went to pick some berries with an old man.
Yeah, basically, yes.
Do you even know where you are?
Barovia.
Do you know? she
Well,
looks.
I tell her what I basically know from whatever discussions we had.
So she just says, "We're gonna need more beer. Get your friend over there to pour us some mugs."
I think you've had enough.
Her eyes are pretty bloodshot. She goes, "I've only had enough when I black out."
So let's hear your story.
So where are you from? Yeah.
So she looks around at you guys and says, "Well, have you ever heard of a town called Cormier?
Yes.
City called Cormier?"
Yep.
But then, so her eyes kind of light up. So you're from Faerun then?
Yes.
So you came through the mist like me and my group?
Yes. Where is the rest of your group?
I look around. Your group?
Yeah.
Let me guess. Wolves on the path?
Oh no, we survived the wolves. She goes, "There's much worse than wolves here in Barovia."
What would that be?
Hang on a second while my DM consults his notes because he fucking doesn't remember the names.
Womp. Hey man, that's metagaming.
Ah, shit. I saved it in the other file. Hold on. I'm like, I gotta have this all prepared in case they ask these questions. Damn it!
So what kind of scars she have?
She's got like claw marks down the side of her face. It looks like. Hold on a
I
second.
dig chicks with scars.
What does she say?
Oh, you're actually saying that to her?
No.
Come on, you know you want her. Go ahead.
I guess I'll pour some ales and I'll walk over. Dun, 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 dun. And look in the back and say, "The slow one is not back with the runes."
Yeah. So at that she says, "Yeah, Eric's not the fastest one around, and he doesn't give a shit about anything anyway." So she said, when you asked about her group, she said, "I came through the mist with the bard," and she looks at you and I guess you got a loot or something.
Yeah.
Here's a drum.
Kind of cocks an eye. A fighter and a druid. Anton the Vain, Lancor Broadmane, and Fenric the Bright. We survived the wolves. The druid said the wolves weren't normal though. Nothing about this place is normal.
Werewolves.
Aye, werewolves. Some sort of wolf that he calls a Sphalic wolf.
Phallic?
What?
Sphalic wolf. He's named it after the woods around here. They're called the Sphalic woods. He had it in his head he could purge the evil from the land. The idiot.
That's what
When I'm in the other map.
Motherfucker!
When Balasard comes with the beer, she quickly grabs a mug and starts taking a long pull from it. I'll tell you what happened. She says, Fenric had his head, we could just purge the land. Thought we could just kill this Strahd character. Well, they're gone now. And she shows you her face. And I barely survived.
Strahd?
So she looks at all three and goes, don't you know anything about Barovia?
Apparently not.
No.
Yeah, I guess we don't know about
So
that.
she leans in close, so...
I go, we're not from around here.
Yeah, she's I know it. So then she leans in close and she's eyeing, like you see her glaring over at the Vistani guys here, these gypsy guys. And she says, "The vampire, for Christ's sake, or not for God's sakes, how do you not know?"
Well, we heard of the vampire.
So I lean in. Do the ghost gypsies know anything about the vampire? Quietly.
She goes, "Just be careful what you say about Strahd and vampires around the Vistani. They're kind of allied, you know. The only reason the Vistani can move in and out of the mist, from what I figure, is they've got some sort of arrangement with the vampire."
Interesting.
You do know about the mist, right?
Let's pretend we don't. What would you tell us?
So she takes somebody else's ale at this point and downs the rest of it. She goes, "Man, you're even worse prepared than we were." She says, "The mists will kill you. If you step into those mists and breathe that mist, you're going to die. It's as simple as that. It's like poison. But somehow the Vistani know how to pass through it.
Interesting.
Only the Forsaken and those who've committed massively evil deeds end up in Barovia. So I'm wondering what the hell you guys did to end up here."
I say
What's that
Bahamut.
music in the background?
Kung Fu fighting.
Okay.
Kevin said he's bailing, but he still shows his connected.
Oh, that's Kill
Just
Bill
playing-
music.
I'm playing a video game, probably. Fuckers. Alright, yeah.
Lord
So
watched
she says, yeah, Fenric had it in his head. He convinced Broadmane and Anton that we could kill this vampire and rid the land of evil. You know, all that crap that those heroes go on about. Can't believe we all bought into it. Now she takes somebody else's ale and drinks it. She's starting to get more tipsy again.
You never tried
They're
to leave
dead.
this place?
They're all gone. Killed. Sometimes at night I can hear them scratching at my windows. They come back, you know. They come back.
You never tried
So-
to leave this Barovia?
I die choking in the forest. No thanks. I'm just waiting for him to come for me. I'm sure he'll come any day now.
Not necessarily.
Hey, cheer up! It's not so glum. All your friends are dead and undead.
Right.
Always look on the bright
Look,
side.
FYI, young pretty women don't do well in this town. There's this epidemic of disappearing young women here.
I see.
I just got to town.
She looks at the three and she goes, it's not that big a secret where they're going. Though most of the villagers don't want to talk about it or think about it.
Right.
Let's ask these Italian guys what the fuck.
Hang on, Ken, did you have any more questions for him? Because otherwise he's going to leave. Oh, you wanted to go with him, you
I
said,
was
right?
going with him to go speak with the other cleric.
Did you want to do an interaction with these dudes? Anybody?
No, I'll just sit here and drink ale.
Well, there's not much left because she drank 3 of those ales you brought over.
Yeah, that's fine. At least it's one. That's all that matters.
Nice.
Someone go play cards.
At that, they all perk up. Who wants to play cards? Well, Kevin bailed. You can make his guy go play cards. Poor Kevin. This might be a good stopping point, guys, if you want, because that way we're not on too late. I know it's kind of short, but...
Well, actually, but what's going to happen is we're probably going to end up fighting a vampire at one point, so...
Well, not tonight. Well, you never know. I just didn't know if there was any questions. I'm not trying to bail on the church encounter, Ken. I just I figured that'll be probably a lot of back and forth between you and I, so it might bore the shit out of other people. But we can do it quickly in the next session, if everybody's okay with that.
Or we could
Sure.
also do it during the week in between sessions.
Yeah, this is true. Yeah, I just want to do a bit of prep on that part because I was just hammering that together quickly before we jumped in.
Trying to figure out how you're gonna
Fine.
survive.
Now I'm trying to come up with a crazy voice.
So before we leave, I go play cards.
I need a good character, crazy voice for Donovich. Oh, so you are going to head over to the table?
Before we leave, sure.
Okay. So these guys all kind of grin as soon as you sit down and, like, almost wolfishly. And this dude here...
What?
Yeah, they all turn into... Yeah, sorry. Note, in a campaign with werewolves, don't make that description. This guy kind of welcomes you to the table. And then you see them all he starts shuffling the cards, and he's very adept with his fingers to move the cards around and everything. And he starts to introduce everybody around the table, and he says, I am Alberto, this is Vincenzo, Giovanni, Luciano, and Marco.
Okay,
You're going to be easy with us, huh? We're new to this game.
So are the names in the module, or are you just throwing them off?
No, I just made them up.
I am Antonio from
He's
Local
like a
348.
master DM.
Well, it's not hard to Google up Italian names. It's trying to stick to the Italian accent and not sound like Mario that's hard. Hey, it's me, Luigi.
Hey Luigi, you jump up, you hit your head on the brick, and the money comes out.
I almost named one of the guys Luigi, but I couldn't.
Mario.
Yeah, Luciano was almost Luigi. Anyway, so yeah, he shuffles some cards and starts to deal them out as he explains the rules of some sort of 5-card stud, and I don't know how best to run a card game.
I've never played card games.
The best kind of player.
So we're gonna stop here and we're gonna figure that out for next session. How's that sound?
Not a problem.
Alright, if it's not important, then I'm just going to be leaving to go talk to the cleric.
All right. How about we have you leave and one of these other douches can sit down and play cards with these guys?
Yeah,
Okay.
Kevin's gone now, so he can go play.
Did he actually leave?
Yes.
Oh. All right. I think he'll be pissed when he shows up, or is Lantham gonna go do it?
He has no money.
Sorry, I meant Pax,
Me?
because you seem to move over the table. Okay, we'll figure that out for next session. Because I wouldn't mind figuring out how we could do a card game type thing.
There are rules for
There
that type of thing.
For that, by rolling dice.
You would roll what? Sorry, how would you do it?
No, there are ways to do it with dice.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but...
Yeah, but you have to roll their cheating and...
Whoa, slow down. You just met these guys. What makes you think they cheat? What the fucking race?
Perception rolls and deception.
Dude, they might not be cheating. Maybe they're just like very good at what they do.
very good at what they do.
All right.
That must be it.
I am